In Federation of Ukrainian Organisation Stefan Romanov says it's a tremendous feat for the young swimmers.
The fact is that there's a war. People are certainly supporting Ukraine, but this shows that there's everyday life goes on, and there are sporting events and there are cultural events which keep Ukraine in the news. Having a young group of swimmers here, I think, just shows that Ukraine still wants to be part of the international community, regardless how hard it is to get here in terms of costs. So it's a big step for us, and I think it's a big step for Ukraine to show that we're part of the international community.
And that is the latest. SBS News, I'm Hannah Kwan.
That's right. That was the most insane news story I've ever heard, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need to be worried about the war in Ukraine anymore. They may be losing it, but the women's swim team's coming through. Woo! They got a couple of competitors that are killing, probably going to win a medal. Fuck yeah, fantastic. We'll crack a Red Bull to that. Dude, what was that? I guess the news has gotten over, the media's gotten over reporting that Ukraine's going to win the war, because they've been telling us that since the start of the war, in end of February, start of March, and now, I guess, they're just running with the truth of it. When they can't convince the public that Ukraine is going to win it anymore, when they can't convince us, when they can't lie to us anymore, the fallback is, hey, look, they may not, look, we don't want to admit they're not going to lose the war, but they're still sort of winning. They're still sort of ahead in this one, because Russia doesn't have 5 women in the swim team going for the gold. Why would you fucking produce a story like that? That is, what Putin is doing is horrible. What's going on in Ukraine is fucking horrible. It's heartbreaking, dude. And we now have to listen to the spirit of from the start of the war, it's been, look, yeah, Russia has, they have the manpower, they have the troops, they have the artillery, they have the tanks, they have the equipment, they have the money, they have the, they have it all. Ukraine's got nothing in comparison, but it's their heart, it's their soul, it's their spirit. They're going to fight through this because they're family and they've got, they're passionate and they can do it, and we're behind them. They've told us this for months. Every night we've heard on the news since the very start of the war, it's a couple of days and Russia and Ukraine's going to take this one home. Russia's lost it. Putin's lost it. Well, he's fucked. Suck it, Putin. And now, people aren't buying that so much anymore. So I guess we're just rolling with that and saying, hey, look, it's rough over there in Ukraine, but the women's swim team going for gold, Ukraine. How bad is it over there that they still have people competing in the swimming? If my country was being just desecrated, my infrastructure, my electronics, my power was down, my family was dying, why is the fucking news story the sports team? The swimming team. The women's swimming team. It's great, Don't get me wrong. Happy for whoever takes it home in the sports. But I care much more about what's happening on the ground in Ukraine. Sorry. I'm confused. I'm all over the shop at the moment. It's been a long time in traffic, man. And I just heard that news story and I was blown the fuck away by how stupid it was. This reporter, I don't know if he's there or a sports reporter, but he legitimately implies that the only reason that Ukraine is relevant anymore, he essentially says to stay in the news, look, with people are sort of losing interest in the conflict, sort of losing interest in the war, but to stay relevant, these women are getting out there and swimming their hearts out, and it gives us all a reason to, think of the Ukraine again, because we've all forgotten. No, dude. No. That's the last reason to care about Ukraine. You're not going to get people behind the women's swimming team. No one knows about the women's swimming team. All people see is the Ukraine being really brutally defeated in this war. It's been a mess. Whether who takes the Donbass region, whether who takes each of those four sort of sections of land, I don't know each of them. I'm no war and geology and fucking. I'm not across the board on this Eastern Europe and this Russia-Ukraine conflict, exactly what ground it's on, but the swimming's not more significant. And you don't need to use a sports story about the women's swim team to remind us that they're losing the war. These women, through all the trials and tribulations and hardships of the war they've faced this year, are putting themselves out there, and they're giving a reason for the world to remember the Ukraine. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out to the Ukrainian women's swim team. Go for gold, girls.